Buffalo Bills on the road at the Detroit Lions. Game of the week here. 2.5 is our line in favor of the Lions at home. 54.5 is our total in this one. We're indoors, Mo. Everybody's ready to rock and roll. We know the Bills can put up points. We saw that last week. We know the Lions can put up points. We've seen it several different times. So here we go. I'll be very simple with this one for you. I'm sitting back and watching this thing. At this point, basically, I have so much riding on the Lions winning out as it is with all my futures tickets and stuff. So I basically have a rolling parlay going on the Lions as it is anyway. So on the sidelines for this one, but cannot wait. I'm glad it's in the afternoon window. I'm glad we can sit there and actually really, truly pay attention to this game. But nothing in the count for me yet.
Yeah, this one was 3 at a few points, I think. I understand why people want to play the Bills at 3. I can't really say that I wouldn't be interested in doing the same. So I get it from that standpoint. At the same time, do I think the Lions are maybe a slightly better team? Yeah, I mean, top to bottom, I do. I guess my thought there would be maybe I'm wrong, though, if the Bills are, like, they get their pass catchers back last week, and all of a sudden, this offense looks much more dynamic, much less ground bound. Amari Cooper making plays down the field. This is just a much scarier team when they're playing football like that. I don't think the Bills are as good as everyone else seems to think when they've been the last month or so when they're just running this unexciting Joe Brady offense that I'm not a fan of. So if they're going to get the ball down the field, I do have a little more confidence in the Bills. But like you said, I'm just more interested in this one as a fan just to see what these teams look like.
Yeah, as you said, Keon Coleman, Dalton Kincaid, full practices all week. Milano on the defensive side for the Bills, full practice all week. So Bills should be about as good as we've seen them in quite some time. And then Lions have just run on the worst side of injury variance on the defensive side of the ball and the best side on the offensive side of the ball. So it's like that's what you kind of have with this Lions team heading to this one. As a fan, totally geeked for this one. I hope the total is right because I want to see 55 points scored in this game. So I hope that the total is on, but nothing that I'm running to the account to throw in there.
I guess what are your thoughts on that total? Do you have a lean there? I mean, 54. I'm a little bit tempted to play the under for sure.
It would only be an under for me, strictly based off of like what we just. At the end of the day, it's this. The NFL at 55 points, where you need 55 points to cash an over ticket, is just not going to be a very profitable bet very often, right? And so it would be under or nothing for me. I am scared of a little bit of what we saw last week from Buffalo maybe carrying over to this week. Like you said, it was like the first time that it seemed like Josh Allen had any confidence throwing to Amari Cooper, and then he threw to him a ton and actually tried to really utilize him in the offense. And I'm like, okay, now if that's going to be more of what we see here with this team, that gives me a little bit of pause. But yeah, it would be under or pass for sure for me.
Yeah, and then I don't know. I guess my other thing in this game that I just should throw out, that makes me nervous from a Bills standpoint is just you have a Lions team at home in a huge spot for them, with a coach who's going to have them ready to eat metal basically, and then a Bills team that this game is way more important for the Lions. Like they already have the division locked up. Yeah. They know they're probably not catching the Chiefs now. And then the Lions are still in a chase for the 1 seed, the division. I mean, everything.
Yeah, I think because the Lions have been so good all year that people like, again, if you don't go in and actually look at the standings, sometimes you might not realize that this is nowhere near locked up for Detroit. Like this thing could go south really, really quick. And so they have to keep foot on the gas at all points. So I guess to me, and this is why as a fan and a guy that has so much Detroit futures tickets, that this is so interesting to me and why I can't wait to watch it is this defense at some point going to break? Like you are literally on third stringers at some of the levels at this point. And I just, against a Buffalo offense coming into town, into your place, can you hold them down? Can you hold down the Superman that is Josh Allen? Can you keep them from doing whatever they want to on the offensive side of the ball? Or is this where we finally see, Mo, that all these injuries stacking up, mounting up at every single level, the second stringers getting hurt to where we're down to third stringers, signing guys off of practice squads and off the street and shit like that. Like, does it finally crack, you know?
Yeah, I mean, the front is still has enough bodies, I think, or the back rather, and then the DBs are. I'm surprised how good this coverage unit's grading now. I mean, PFF has them third in coverage, and I'm just like, I'm stunned by that. But I mean, it's not like people are just going out there killing this Lions defense every week, so I guess I get it.